All right, it is Sunday, August 9th, and we are back with some more Avengers. Time runs out.
You know, I never have this ready. I should
Oh.
I should really move this.
Spoiler alert, I agree with G.I. Robot here. I'm kind of at the point now where I'm like, why the fuck do we even have this story? What's the point of all this? There's something big that happens in this, but at the same time, it's like we went through a lot of shit that really doesn't make sense just to get to there.
Yep.
Yeah. Welcome to Jonathan Hickman. Actually,
guy.
I wouldn't say that. That's a bad representation of Jonathan Hickman. Welcome to the world of just like tie-ins and like leading up to event books where we're just like, I don't know, we got to fill like 8 issues just to get to this point so we can get to the event book. But yeah, that I'm with you.
Yeah.
This is so much longer than 8 issues, though. And like, I was here for the ride because I've never read it. I own all these issues, but now I'm like, these bitches gotta go. They're taking up space. Fuck off. I'm never reading this shit again.
Yeah, like I mean, I was gonna say I agree with y'all. Like I got to the end of reading these, I was like, I don't really even know what happened here. You seem to be in the same spot as where we started here.
So, first issue, Avengers 41, titled Over There. I even have the question of, Jeremy, how confusing was this for you? Because it deals with the ultimate universe that we ain't done shit with. We ain't fucking even talked about on this podcast. Nothing.
We've talked a little bit about the Ultimate Universe.
A little bit, yes, a little bit. But we've never read a story, I guess is what I'm getting at.
No.
Like we've not done a review of anything Ultimate
Right.
Universe or anything like that.
Yeah.
So yes. So when this, like, I was like, wait a minute. Like I started reading. I was like, okay, I don't remember this. Like this Mr. Fantastic. I don't know what we're doing here. And I just just chalked it up to my normal, like, I can't remember what I did yesterday type thing. But like. And then we started talking about the maker, and I'm like, okay, I know he's important, but I don't remember talking about him before now much. And I don't know. So I just read it.
So no, we've not read anything with the maker since we've started this podcast. I've talked about him. Believe me,
Yeah.
I've been one of those fanboy fan casting of Miles Teller as the maker in the MCU since forth, and I'm still there for it. But outside of that, we haven't really talked about the maker at all.
Yeah. Jeremy's the most you have like been involved with. I can't think of the word, but like you've seen him in Marvel Rivals, and like that's the most you've been exposed to the maker to. That's the word I was looking for. And it's like he's a skin in Marvel Rivals.
Okay. Yeah. But like I remember us, like I said, I remember us talking about him, and I was like, and I remember it having to do something with Reed and like a bad guy version, or I don't know, but yeah, I knew it was some big deal about him.
Yeah, he bad. He real bad.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Like the synopsis I was reading, like, yes, he was a member. He was Reed Richards, Fantastic Four, Ultimate Universe, and then there was a falling out, and an accident happened, scarred his face, quite like Doom, and then he wound up turning into the Maker, and he kind of went his own path from there on. He was like, "Fuck you guys, I'm going home."
Yeah, he made this city where he evolved a whole bunch of people, which you kind of hear the computers, like the AI is called City, but he evolved like people like 900 years like into the future or something, and they're called like the children of the future or some bullshit. It doesn't matter. I mean, it does because I think it will come into play, but
because well, I guess we could do. I was going to have a question about that, but I was just are we doing like Whelmings on this particular issue, or like are we doing the whole thing, or?
Yeah, go ahead if you want to do. I kind of spoiled it for everything.
I mean,
for me,
yeah. I mean,
so,
I guess
like, yes, go ahead.
I mean, I guess like everybody could probably tell by our first intro there that yeah, that's just a blanket. blanket cover, like just that's it. That it was it was underwhelming. To whelming, maybe, I don't know. I was just yeah, I don't know. So
Yeah.
I'll let y'all go ahead then. So if y'all want, if y'all want to say anything for that,
I'm just gonna go issue to issue just because that's how I do my notes, but it's fine. I wrote I was underwhelmed for this issue.
Yeah.
I legitimately forgot that Namor escapes getting blown up. So
we know you hate that.
fuck Namor. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Oh, poor Namor.
No.
So, like, it is. The Ultimate Universe will be even more important as we get along with the story. Like, especially like when we start to actually read Secret Wars, like that universe is going to be pivotal. But at the same time, like,
you haven't even started reading Secret Wars yet.
No, this is the lead up to Secret Wars. Welcome to comics, Jeremy.
You'll be so indifferent after reading all this when we start Secret Wars, Jeremy. It won't make a fuck bit of difference. But it's going to have more to do than just the Black Order being there. Or not the Black Order, the Cabal.
The Cabal,
it's gonna be it's gonna be more than just the like. There's more to it than just the Cabal meeting the Maker and being on this universe. So like it's gonna evolve here in the next 4 issues. The next 4 issues that are the last 4 of the storyline.
And the Cabal is the group that transported or whatever to this world with Namor and what?
Yeah, it's Namor. It's
is that Thanos?
Yes. It's I'm trying to think of the other Terrax. Is it Terrax? Yes. It's the Black Order, like 90% of the Black Order, and what is it? Black Bolt's evil brother, Maximus the Mad,
White Lightning,
and no.
And Mad Dog 50.
That's funny. That's funny. No, I can't remember the other guy, but I'm missing somebody, I think. But yeah, and then
there's a Black Swan, Proxima Midnight, Corvus Glaive.
Yeah.
Thanos, yeah. Namor.
And then now, more than likely, the Maker will be joining up. Okay. One thing I wrote, Jeremy, that I thought maybe you would find cool was, since you saw, like, we have not read the Ultimate Universe, and I have wanted to, though I don't really like the Ultimate Universe. I like Spider-Man. Yeah. Everyone else is a fucking asshole in the Ultimate Universe, and I fucking hate them. But the MCU, like Marvel didn't have the rights in general, kind of based a lot of the modern day superhero movies on the Ultimate Universe. So like you see in this issue, they say the Triskelion, the headquarters of S.H.I.E.L.D. That didn't exist in the normal 616 universe. And that is not only shown in this comic, but it is shown in the Winter Soldier. We see that they show like the headquarters of S.H.I.E.L.D., Triskelion. Like that was a whole big thing at this point where everyone, because like we had Black Nick Fury, because at the time Nick Fury looked like David Hasselhoff. And in the Ultimate Universe, he looks like Sam Jackson. He even talks like Sam Jackson. He, for all intents and purposes, is Sam Jackson, just by a different name.
Yeah.
And anyway, I just thought that was kind of cool. I didn't know if you picked up on that or anything.
The Triskelion, like the
well, just in general, how like this feels a lot like the MCU, because you saw like the helicarriers,
yeah,
which they did have them in the normal 616, but they didn't look like the ones that basically are in the MCU.
Yeah, I you know, like it's one of kind of like what we were talking about. Was it the Mandela effect or whatever? Like, but like reading this, I'm just so used to seeing Samuel Jackson as Nick Fury and the way it is, like it like, so I just kind of read it like it wasn't anything different, really. I'm not really realizing that was a major change there. But
Yeah.
I did, like, looking at it now, I'm like, oh yeah, it is. Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah. A lot of like how they based Hawkeye's costume and stuff in the first Avengers movies is the Ultimate Universe Hawkeye. I'm trying to think of some other characters, but anyway, none's coming to my head currently. But I remember when the MCU was coming out, I was like, this is a lot like the Ultimate Universe, which had me worried at the time because I was like, I fucking hate the Ultimate Universe.
Yeah.
So, Comic Geek Pasta, real quick. You said something about Nick Fury and David Hasselhoff.
Mm-hmm.
I found the other day
Did you find
there's
the
a
movie?
DVD
Yeah.
of David Hasselhoff
Yeah.
as Nick Fury
Yeah.
for a pilot movie for a TV show that was good.
Really?
Yeah. It's like the Corman Fantastic Four. It's that level of bad.
We so need to do like a March Madness bracket or something of all like the two Lou Ferrigno movies, the two Captain America movies,
Oh my
that
god.
that Peter Hooton Doctor Strange,
Oh my god.
the David Hasselhoff Nick Fury, that Gen X pilot episode as well.
I've heard the Gen X one is like horrid. I've never seen it. I've seen the one where Captain America steals the car.
Yes.
I don't know which one that is. Is that the one where he has the motorbike helmet with the fake rubber ears? I've seen that one. I've not seen the Doctor Strange one, and I've seen the David Hasselhoff one. Everything else I haven't really seen. But I used to watch the Lou Ferrigno TV show, but I don't know if I've seen the movie.
I've seen the Lou Ferrigno TV show, but I've never watched any of these movies. And I'm like, this would be freaking great.
I would be down for some of those. Some of them I'm like, no, please God, no.
So yeah, the question on the comic part was you mentioned it earlier about like the children, and they said they make some comment in here about like remaking the children or something like that. Is that just like his? Like,
no,
the population or something, or
yeah, he basically makes like a city out somewhere. I forget where, but he makes a city out somewhere, and he uses this thing called the dome that like speeds up human evolution, and he basically force evolves humanity 900 years into the future. Not all of humanity, just this one city.
Yeah.
And they all basically become super smart, super powerful, like people. And he calls them their children of tomorrow. And it was a whole thing that the Fantastic Four and the Avengers had to deal with. Like Thor dies, like the Ultimate Universe Thor dies. He shows up to the city, the children of the future like attack him and kill him. So anyway, they eventually dealt with that in the story, so they're now gone, and I'm slightly spoiling that, but they are gone. They will not show up again.
For our listening audience, that was all in quotations. So
yes,
okay,
because that he was also supposed to destroy the city, and then now we see that it's still fine and dandy. All that shit that he was talking with his AI computer called City, that's on the lowdown. Like, he's not supposed to be doing that.
Right.
And he's still doing it.
So to sum up this issue real quick, we get introduced to the Maker. If you haven't met him yet, you'll get to meet him a little bit and get a smidge of what he's like. He's apparently destroyed like 26 Earths or something like that. It's becoming child's play to him, essentially.
Wasn't it 67 or something?
See, okay. Yeah, I was totally off there.
67.
Oh, no.
I'll see myself out.
But then City lets him know the same thing that we learned earlier with the R read, that like half the planets are now just gone.
Yeah, there was like thousands, and now it's like less than a dozen or something.
Yeah, like it's like 22 or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so today they're less than 2 dozen.
2 dozen,
yeah.
That's what it was.
And then at the end of the book, we catch up with the Cabal that we left on that planet that was just going to die. Well, it turns out that was a planet that was going to have an incursion with the ultimate universe. And the Cabal was able to transfer themselves over to the ultimate world and meet the Maker. Also, we have the Galactic Council that's come together to realize that to save the universe, they got to go destroy Earth. And so they're getting all their buddies together to head that way to go destroy Earth. Or to talk about it, to then head that way.
Yeah, the Galactic Council, it shows the Shi'ar Empire, which are a bunch of bird people. And they're bird people. Well, not all of them, but the main people. The
I
one
was
like
going to say Leandra.
Yeah, she's a bird person.
In bird culture, this is considered a dick move.
I wouldn't, because she's a...
No, they are. Look it up. It says they are avian. I think they are like evolved from birds, basically. They're bird people. That's why they have those like head feathers.
Yeah, they do have this weird headpiece that does remind me of birds. And then I want to say like Lilandra's sister, is that lady? I can't remember. Bird death. I can't remember. She's in 97 though.
Yeah,
she's the one that called the Earth a ghetto. So...
I mean, when you see, like, I'm not big. I'm a street level guy. Most of this like cosmic shit I have to look up, but yeah, I don't like. I believe that, like, considering what we see, like the rest of the galaxy, yeah, like Earth has a lot of powerful people, but it's kind of a shithole compared to the rest of the galaxy.
But when you say bird, like, she's not like Birdman from Rick and Morty or anything like that. Like, she has no beak. She does have this weird, like, head feather, like, looking style piece. But outside of that, like, there are no feathers on her arms. She doesn't fly or anything along those lines. There's no talons or anything. But yeah, I didn't realize they were evolved from birds. That's a new one on me. I didn't realize that. That's crazy.
Yeah, they're bird people. But yeah, all that's like, who fucking cares?
Yes.
Like, it's just like, especially because spoilers for when we get to that issue, but like they're all like, they decide, hey, we got to blow up Earth. Like, they helped us defeat the builders in a previous event book. Well, now we've got to kill them to save this incursion thing. And I'm like, do we really need that? Like, is this even needed for the story? It felt like it was just like stuff to pad the issue.
Yeah,
like that's what it feels like.
Fuck, I need 2 or 3 more pages. What can I do? Oh, Galactic Council. They're not happy about this.
Yeah. Yeah. It was so dumb. The thing, though, that I legitimately, when we see from the perspective, so like, apparently there was like a 3-way incursion. It was going to be like 616 Earth, this map maker world Earth, with the blue, like whatever blue map maker thing, and then 1610. I always forget the Ultimate Universe. My dyslexia kicks in. It even has a new moniker now since the maker remade it. But anyway, they were gonna like all 3 collide, which is very weird. And because that one blew up, the 2 Earths are spared or something. But and we see that Namor gets by thanks to Black Swan. Like, when I was reading it, I forgot. I legitimately forgot. I was just sitting there going like, mother. I was just like, I'm cool. It's okay. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm cool.
I'm fine. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Yes. I do like, though, that they run into the maker of this read, and because he's like, I guess I'll go blow up another world. I'm tired of this. And he's like going there, and then they teleport to his Earth, and he's like, fascinating.
Yeah.
That's a really like cool, ominous moment, in my opinion.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's like a dark beast.
Yeah.
Next issue?
Absolutely.
I was gonna say. My notes are very skippy in these.
Oh,
New
yeah,
Avengers
same.
number 30, titled Beyonders. Essentially, we get the life and times of Hank Pym while he's out and about, like trying to figure out what's going on, the Ivory Kings, all that other shit. And the Beyonders, hashtag the Ivory Kings, they pretty much kill any and everybody. Just fuck them all, and they kill them. And we're talking builders, celestials, eternity, infinity, I guess, living tribunal. Like,
Yeah, that one's the biggest.
kill them all.
That's the one. Yeah, that's the big reveal there at the end. Yeah, they kill because there's multiple ones. It's not the one from Secret Wars. Infinity, Eternity, Lord Chaos, Master Order, and the In-Betweener. And then the last one is the Living Tribunal, which I know Jeremy was going, what?
Mm-hmm. that's what I was sitting through that this whole, like, whenever we're talking about that, I was like, I like this would be like a confused whelm, because I don't know what happened really all in this thing. Like,
Yeah.
there was a lot of stuff that happened in this issue that didn't seem to really like move the needle much, but
No.
like it was a lot to talk about apparently. So I just, like, even at the I was looking at it, like Hank Pym was asking, like, do you understand it now? And Captain America goes, not one bit, Hank. Start at the beginning. I was like, oh, we don't have to. I was like, I don't understand it either, but starting from the beginning still didn't really help me. So
Yeah. I love the part where he's like, what do you mean? And it's like, yeah, what the fuck does he mean? But I get it. I absolutely agree with you. It doesn't move the needle. This is one of those, though, that like is kind of hammering home, and it doesn't help you who doesn't know who these characters are. But like when the Living Tribunal is killed, that is bad, because the Living Tribunal, if you want to use like ranking on who's the most powerful, the one above all is the most powerful person in the Marvel universe. The Living Tribunal is the second. So that is bad fucking news if the Beyonders just fucking killed the Living Tribunal.
that was funny though. Like, so the Living Tribunal was the big gold guy, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
with
Okay.
the three
Yeah.
heads
So
or
whenever,
faces.
or like the purple thing on top or whatever.
Mhm.
Yeah, he has three heads. Like
Yeah.
he has
Well,
three faces.
We were talking about earlier, as far as you mentioned where I saw the Maker, and whenever I see this Living Tribunal guy, I'm like, wait, Adam Warlock? Because in Marvel Rivals, he
Yeah.
has a costume that is this.
The Living Tribunal.
Yes.
Which is funny because in, I think, a What If story, he becomes the Living Tribunal. I forget where it is.
Oh, cool.
Which is why that skin's there. But it was mentioned in Doctor Strange, the first one, when early on when Doctor Strange arrives to Kamar-Taj and he's like learning magic. Baron Mordo says something about how like there are items that they can imbue magic into so that you don't have to like cast spells or something like that. And he says behold the staff of the Living Tribunal, which like fans freaked out. And also I was like, that staff's really tiny if it's supposed to be the Living Tribunals.
Yeah. Well, and you get a glimpse of him as well in Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah, you also see
shattering montage.
You also see his like dead corpse, or at least his head, in the Abyss in Loki season 2, I think.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that. Like Richard was saying, all this was to make the Beyonders like a threat.
Yeah.
A known threat because of what we get at the end of it as well.
It's kind of the same vibe from the recent Doomsday trailer with Thor being like, Doom is really bad. Like, it's the same, like that's what this issue was.
Yeah.
Was just basically going like, these guys are bad news. I did like learning that. They're like the one that we faced back in like the what was it? What year was it? I wrote it down.
80s, I think.
1984. The one we faced in 1984 to sell a whole bunch of toys. That was just a child. And there's a whole race of them, and they don't fuck around. Is basically the gist of this story.
Outside of that, I have nothing else to say about this. Like, there
Yeah.
really is like shit all to say about this issue.
Well, I have funny things to say, but like when it shows Hank going through the multiverse, one, they mention that it's been 163 days, or I spent 163 days. I'm like, you're wearing a mask, but like it's not covering your face. How are you able to breathe? How do you eat? And most importantly, how do you poop? Like, how does that work? Like, how does that work? 163 days without pooping? That sounds really bad. That sounds like a bad time to me.
Space turds.
Ugh. In the multiverse, we see the Age of Ultron world. And we see a dinosaur world. It's just like humanoid dinosaurs. And I was like, that's not, I looked it up. It's not a reference to like another story. I was like, is that just the reference to the old like 90s dinosaurs TV show?
Yes. I'm making that canon now because it was part of ABC, who Disney owns.
Yeah. There is a moment in this book. I was conflictedly whelmed because I do like seeing like, oh, like this buildup of like, this is bad news, the Beyonders, but there is a bunch of just fucking gobbledygook nonsense that I'm just like, what? Like, this is the part that I complain about when you get too crazy with naming things. There's a line that Hank says. He says, I watched from the superstation as 1,000 Nilii joined with 10,000 Alifs to pierce the Nexus and destroy the bulk of the map makers and their Sidera Morris slaves. What the is that's a real sentence? That's a real sentence that I just said. And it's just one of those things like, Hickman, brother, don't put that much like, I know you like to name these things and it's like Latin and it means something and that's kind of cool, but when you put all that shit in one sentence, it's like, I don't know what you just said. I mean, I do know what he just said, but I'm just saying like, that is just one of those moments where it's like, that gets way too confusing for an average reader. And I just think it's dumb to do it.
Yeah, it's a definitely stop, reread that. I think I got it. Let me read it again. Yeah. I'm almost there. One more time.
Yeah.
And maybe it's one of those because like a lot of like creators don't really get credit. Like they don't usually get paid for stuff unless it shows up in a video game or a movie or a TV show or whatever. So like when you get the opportunity to create something that's cool or whatever that has the potential to become something more, then it's like you better take your shot. But at the same time, I'm with you, Richard. Like, damn.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just one of those like the Grimgacks and the Flurkins and the whatever. I don't know. Just like it's just a whole bunch of nonsense. And it's like, no, it's too much, man. It's too much.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it. Just the last thing I had was, well, the Living Tribunal is dead. Yeah, I'd run too, Hank. I'd run too. But
yeah,
like, what the fuck are you gonna do?
Well, the next issue, we're going to go back to the body. That's what we're going to do.
Yeah, apparently.
Well, they wanted to make sure there was a body.
Yeah. So, in Avengers 42, titled It All Comes Crashing Down, the Illuminati go and check out the Living Tribunal. Looks like they're trying to like pull pieces off to use it, to make whatever. You've got Cyclops preparing for what's to come, which we've kind of hinted at that. He's like, the fuck? T'Challa creates the raft. At least that was my understanding the way I read it. I had to reread it a few times. Smasher gets a call from the Galactic Council. And then the Council proceeds to Earth, and Rocket tries to warn the Avengers. My favorite part of this entire book was Rocket. I did not give a shit about anything else.
I knew you were going to say
was the fucking best.
I knew you were going to say that. Yeah, I was whelmed by this. I was like, it's still just more build up. That's what I wrote. Yeah. Just still more build up. And it's like, we've got it. It's too much build up.
Yes.
It's too much.
And like another random character that just gets thrown in there. Why the heck where's Cyclops? Where I don't remember him being before. Like
He was in.
and why is he some big important thing that's going to save the day? Like he's Cyclops.
He has. I'll
Oh.
just spoil that because it doesn't really matter. Because honestly, it goes nowhere.
Well, and we've talked about it,
yeah,
and we've talked about it too.
That
so.
doesn't help me.
but yeah, I was gonna say that's why I'm spoiling it because he'll forget like the next time we read this. He has a Phoenix egg. He has an egg that has the Phoenix Force in it.
Oh, okay.
His idea was he was going to keep it so he could use it to, because at this point, House of M has happened, which is something that you haven't read. We've talked about it. I know I've talked with you about it personally, where at the end of House of M, Wanda says no more mutants and she alters reality, and there's like a very small percentage of mutants on the earth. And then a lot of other bullshit happens in X-Men comics, like X-Men comics do. And then I want to say Genosha happens at that point. So Genosha was like a safe haven for mutants that were made. And then some Sentinels came and blew it the fuck up and killed a shitload of mutants. So the very small percentage of mutants that were on Earth are even smaller now, to the point where I think they're considered an endangered species at this point. I think that's what it was. Then Avengers versus X-Men happens, and there's the Phoenix Force is coming. We got to stop it. And I want us to read it before we see Doomsday because it may play into it. But anyway, it deals with that. And at the end of that, the Phoenix Force is like in an egg, essentially, which is something that never really has happened before. So anyway, Scott, his plan is to hold on to it and use the powers of the Phoenix Force to maybe rebirth mutant kind.
Okay.
Because they're like almost extinct. So
Well, I
he's
get that.
wanting to use that.
But like, why is that supposed to help in this situation necessarily?
Well, he's going to be one of the people that ends up on Battleworld that has this egg.
And it's just he's going to release some rebirth the mutants so that it can.
He's
like,
going to use
add
the Phoenix
numbers.
Force to look cool on a couple of pages to try and fight Doom and then get his ass beat is what's going to happen.
Okay.
I was gonna say, like Scott had firsthand knowledge of the Phoenix because of Jean,
Yes.
and so like he's seen what the Phoenix can actually do and the potential that the Phoenix has,
Mm-hmm.
and so it's not only like he could sit there and recreate like mutant race or anything like that, but like he could really fuck some shit up too. So if anything really gets down and like dirty, it's like fuck it, let's break the glass.
Well,
let's get the Phoenix Force out.
Also, you kind of reminded me, Michael, not just that, but the Phoenix Force is a like primordial being.
Yeah.
So like it has existed before the universe existed. It is up there with eternity, infinity, death, and all that. It is a super powerful being. So that's why he's like, I've got it. I don't fear these Beyonders because if I need to, I'll crack this egg and we're going to throw hands.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, like it's just I don't know, like it's one of those like it was just really weird to throw him in there and be like he's some big thing, and I'm like okay, he's Cyclops. What is it? He's cool and all, but whatever. Like he's just Cyclops.
He's not even cool.
But
there are so many. There are so many people who disagree with you on that. I am not one of them, but there is a huge fan base of Cyclops, and I do agree that they did him dirty in the movies. He's much cooler.
Yeah, he was pretty lame.
Yeah. It kind of doesn't have a payoff, but I'll just say that's why I'm kind of just spoiling it because it kind of doesn't matter. Originally, it was like, oh, what has he got? And then there was hype when I remember reading. It was like, oh my God, he's got the Phoenix Force. Holy shit. But then like nothing happens. So.
Well, that sucks.
Well, and then also, like Richard was saying, prior to this in AVX, Phoenix Force went to like 5 people and Scott was one of them. So like he's already had an encounter like being in the presence or being
possessed
being
by
one with the Phoenix Force.
Yeah. I was trying to not spoil that, but yeah. Because that's
Yeah,
like a big
he'll
reveal in
forget.
the story. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
He'll forget. That's true. Yeah, they shoot their plan.
Especially if it's like on down in these issues.
In Avengers versus X-Men, they want to stop the Phoenix Force, and it's the Avengers, and Tony comes up with a brilliant idea where it's going to be, I'm going to shoot it. He makes a giant gun, and he just shoots it, and it like splits in half, or not in half, but it splits into, I think, 5 different things, and it goes into 5 different mutants, Scott being one, Emma Frost being one, Namor being one, Magic being one, and Colossus being one. No, fuck Namor.
The reason I like the Rocket part is just because he went to the Avengers and was just calling them all idiots.
Yeah.
Because they didn't want to leave Earth. So I know I said that was my favorite part, and I just wanted to elaborate on it just a little bit, because it's just Rocket being Rocket and him being like, y'all are a bunch of idiots. What are you doing?
Yeah. Yeah, which is very like James Gunn's Rocket, and that whole team was very James Gunn. And at the time, I think when it came out, the Guardians movie did well, so they had like retconned that the Guardians is more like the movies, because I think Drax is even more like the dumb kind of Drax that he is in the movies. I like the idea that they made the lifeboat, the raft, whatever you want to call it, as the Living Tribunal, like, or made it from his like skin or something, which is kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
And then I've said it in the past, I'm glad y'all are actually able to see this on page, but we see that T'Challa is smart. This is what I'm talking about. Like, he is very fucking smart in the comics, unlike his movie counterpart.
Yeah.
I like seeing that. I loved Valeria in this. I like Valeria. She's kind of my favorite, like, Richard's kid. And I love it. She's just like eating ice cream, talking about basically picking and choosing who gets to go on this fucking Noah's Ark, essentially. And it's just like a very dark conversation. She's just casually like eating chocolate ice cream. I wrote fuck Namor again, so I'm just going to mention that again. Fuck Namor. And Rocket makes a line about how, like, when there's a building burning down or something, he's like, when there's a fire, who runs towards the fire? And I was like, firefighters? Rocket? I know you don't have those in space, but like, that's a thing here. But yeah, that's it. That's it for me for this issue. Just quick.
Yeah, I'm good on that.
Well, on to the final issue then of the evening. New Avengers 31, Rabum Alal. And in this one, you get the Black Priest. They're trying to take the fight to not only the Black Swans, but to eventually Rabum Alal. And some shit really goes down here. This is probably my favorite issue of the 4 that we read. It was the most interesting to me. And honestly, like, it flew by, and I was like, oh shit, I'm at the end. What, like, really? So I don't know. If I had to recommend any issue to read, I would say this one.
Yeah,
because you get the reveal of who Rabum Alal is. You get to see Doctor Strange and what he's up to. I think that the trap that they get themselves into is pretty interesting, and it was like oh shit, they're actually kind of in trouble kind of thing. And yeah, that's really it for me.
Yeah, same. I wrote I was pleasantly whelmed because I've been waiting for this damn reveal for a while, because I've just been wanting to spoil this.
Yeah, I was just say pleasantly whelmed, just because the reveal of that, and it was a little bit better comic.
Yeah, the art's kind of bad, but there was one thing that I liked. They did a recreation when they're what's the like citadel that Rabum Alal's in? What is that called? I forget now. The like place he's staying at. It has a name. The library, or what is it? What is it called? It's got a name.
Multiversal Library?
Is that what it's called?
I think so.
Anyway, the art, they do a like MC Escher it's that relativity with the stairs, and they're going all sorts of crazy ways.
Yeah.
I thought that was cool that they did that.
I didn't really mind the art in this. It was okay. It was good for what it was. Strange looks a little weird, but outside of that, like,
Yeah,
I feel like it got the point across, and
it's not the worst. Strange, I think it's Strange for me. Strange looks really weird. He looks like he has a flat top or something.
yeah.
And then there's the one thing at the end, the very last page. It shows the Beyonders showing up to, was it Sentry and Thor? And I'm like, what is this Thor? Is this another Thor? Is this Thor with 3 R's? Is this Thor?
No, this is our Thor.
No, I know it's supposed to be the Thor that Sunspot sent to the other end of the universe.
Yeah.
Like I am aware of that in the story, but that Thor didn't look like that. That looks like Santa Claus. Like, what is that?
I got you. Okay, so it's Hyperion,
that's it.
Thor, and
Starbrand. Okay.
Yeah.
Hyperion.
I had to go to the front of the book to look.
I couldn't remember, but yeah, it's Hyperion. I thought it was Sentry, but yeah. That Thor, I was just like, is this another Thor?
No, yeah. Now that I'm looking at, yeah, you're right. That's pretty rough looking. Like,
Yeah. He's just
like, is that what happens when he doesn't take a bath for a couple days? Like, what's going on here? The humidity looks like it is horrible where he's at.
This humidity has made my hair frizz out. What I'd kill for a comb right now.
Right.
I'm with you. I love the trap that the Black Swan set for Doctor Strange. I thought that was a cool trick.
Yeah. So the swans have been guarding all these doors that go to. I'm pretty positive it's the multiversal library, and they find one. They're able to get the black priests are able to get in, and the swan kind of like leads them through this place because they're trying to come after her as well, and she leads them to a room where no words can be spoken, and with the black priests, how they cast spells, they each say a letter of the word. And so when no words can be spoken, not even letters can. And so they get fucked up. They get fucked up pretty bad.
Yeah.
But Doctor Strange, being the Sorcerer Supreme, like tries to hold out as long as he can, but he kind of gets his ass kicked too.
I like that. That was cool because I was like, oh shit, Doctor Strange, they got your ass. Because he was in the previous issue that we read, like you said, they were talking about how the black priests fight. They all speak a letter and it forms a word, and that word casts this like powerful spell. Doctor Strange says, like, I know all the words. Like, I don't speak letters, I speak words.
Yeah.
He's basically saying, like, get on my level.
And I am him.
Yeah, exactly. And then they set a trap where they're like, yeah, you can't speak in this. It's a vacuum or something. And
yeah,
I was like, oh, that's kind of clever. I like that. And then, of course, he's like, but I am also the Sorcerer Supreme.
Yeah. That still didn't help.
Yeah. I find it interesting. So he gets his ass beat, and then they take him, or they're going to take him to Rabum Alal, and the Black Swans take him to some much older Black Swans that look very witchy.
Yeah.
And I find that very interesting considering what little bit we know about Doomsday of there being witches in that story.
The Latvian witches we were talking about, the STCC. Yeah.
But yeah, I thought that was interesting. I don't know if you want to reveal that yet, but I find it interesting how they speak about Rabum Alal, because once it's revealed who it is, I'm like, oh, that person would absolutely have them speak this way about him. where they're saying like we clawed out our eyes because it's like staring into the sun, and like what better way to describe Rabum Alal, because he is the thing that all things orbit around. And I'm like, that is a very this person way of like, yes, you will talk to me like that in that manner.
Yeah. No, go ahead and spoil it.
Okay, it's Doom. It's Doom.
Yeah.
Like, hooray, it's Doom. We finally get the big reveal that it's Doom.
That man's been busy since last time we seen him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I guess we should have pulled it together because they arrived at the multiversal library, if I remember right. Him
Yeah.
and
Molecule
what's his
Man.
name? Molecule Man.
Owen, whatever.
Reese.
Yeah.
Is it Reese?
Yeah, it's Reese.
So yeah, we should have pulled it. I should have pulled it together then. I mean, I've known the whole time just because like this has been spoiled and I've read somewhat of Secret Wars, but still, I don't know that I would have pulled that together. Just reading it.
Because what I mean, like how much time was? I mean, obviously, with this one, the time is weird, but like from the last time we saw him, and it was showing them going into that. I don't know. It was basically just all the light, basically, and there. I mean, is there any idea, like, as far as, I mean, how long it was between that point and now, where he's made himself into this whole, what does he call it? Like a, I mean, it was
Religion.
almost like a cult, huh?
He calls it a religion.
Yeah,
He
I
says,
was about
"I've
to say-
built a religion."
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's like a cult following type thing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, or did he just kind of like zap himself into like that moment where he's already this
I
person?
think it's one of those like time is relative there. Like it's like the hyperbolic time chamber. Like it doesn't matter. Like
Yeah.
for all we know, it's like the Reed Richards Children of the Future. It's like 900 years have passed, but to the rest of the people, it's only been like an hour or something. But yeah, because like the Black Swan, the one that we know that's in the Cabal, like she knew about Rabum Alal when she was a child.
I'm sorry. Like, is this Black Swan's? I think you said like there's multiple versions of it, but is
Yes.
it the same? Is it a different one than the one that visited Tony way back when?
That's the one that's in the Cabal.
It is.
Yeah. She has a name. I'm not going to begin to pronounce it because it's like Latin or something. And
You have
anyway,
to cut your tongue out to be able to pronounce your name.
but she's whenever I say like Black Swan, I'm mostly referring to her. It's the one that is with the Cabal, that's with Thanos and all that. That's the one that went and saw Tony. That's the same one. It's the one who kind of looks like, I don't know, like a albino Britney Spears or something.
Okay.
I will say that, which we don't know when Hank was sent out, but Hank had been gone for 167 days.
Yeah.
So there's at least that time period there. But like Richard's saying, like time is relevant or whatever. Irrelevant, I guess.
Relative. It's relative.
There you go, relative. And because, like he was saying that Black Swan knew about Rabum Alal way before. And even talked about how like, oh, this is a sign from Rabum Alal when the thing was coming up on Namor's palm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't know. It's just the timey-wimey mess.
Yeah. And Doom has a time machine as well. So that is right up in his keeping of like, yeah, I can go back in time and literally fuck with anything. So
And this is just a random one that just because I had brought it up, and that was just is Tony Stark still stuck in that box wherever he is? That's the last place we left him, right?
no, I thought he escaped.
I don't think so.
Okay. He'll get out.
Okay. I mean, I figured at some point.
Yeah.
Because the last I remember, he's just in his box somewhere. And
This story is mostly about Doom.
Okay.
Most of the characters in this don't fucking matter. Like it's mostly about the Beyonders and what Doom's going to do to save the universe. So spoilers.
Yeah.
The people that you've seen the less of, that's what the story's about.
Right? Yeah. Yeah, the Rabum Alal thing, I remember reading it, being like, why the fuck did we like this whole buildup of who the fuck Rabum Alal was, and it was Doom all along? Like, what was this, Hickman? I remember like yelling. Like, I was just like, when I originally read this, I was like, why? Like, cool, it's Doom, but like, why all this nonsensical buildup and changing of the name other than you just wanted this big reveal at this moment?
Right.
Well, I just want to figure out why there's a beef between Captain America and Doom.
No,
set up the
there is no
movie.
beef. That's the thing. You'll see zero of that in this story, and that's the thing.
You will see, though, this is probably a pivotal moment for Strange and Doom, though, where we may actually see some of this on the big screen coming up.
Yeah.
So, like, this is the start of a pivotal moment for them two together.
I got to be honest with you. I envisioned such a cooler way to introduce Doom in the MCU, and one of the ways I wanted a Doctor Strange, Doctor Doom, Triumph and Torment, and because I want to read that book before we see at least Secret Wars, but like in that book, you kind of understand why Strange and Doom have a kind of confusing relationship, and I don't mean like a sexual relationship or anything like that. But what I'm saying is, it's like
an on again, off again.
Yeah. Like, what I'm saying is like Strange has seen a side of Doctor Doom that Doom rarely shows anybody.
Yeah.
And
so friends with benefits then.
Sure, yeah. We'll go with that. By the eye of Agamotto. Anyway.
They have been to hell and back together.
Yes. They have. And so
black hole nobody wants to go in.
Don't be gross, Tammy.
But yeah, I think that knowing that context also helps with what Strange will eventually do in the future. And we don't get that for the MCU, which is kind of dumb, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah. Depending on how they spin it, I could see that.
Yeah. The last thing I have, Michael, is I just love, I love Doom. I gush over Doom. And I love his "it takes a god to kill a god" moment. And it's just like, yes, let's go.
Yeah, Doom is pretty freaking awesome, I'm not gonna lie. He's pretty awesome. Cool. Well, do I have anything else?
No, I'm good.
No. Do we have to do more?
4 issues left, guys.
How many?
No.
4.
Oh.
Just in time for Halloween, because that'll be the next time we go over the next 4.
That's the true horror.
Oh, and then we can start Secret Wars come December.
Thank God.
I hope it's going to be better.
I liked it. I don't know if you're gonna like it, Jeremy, but it's a lot of hype. It's like Endgame. It's one of those like you kind of have to have stuck with it all along because there's a lot of just cool shit that's in the comic.
Yeah. I was gonna say Secret Wars is more of like more fun.
Yeah.
There's really just badass moments that are in it that just you're not gonna see that in anything else.
Yeah.
It feels like.
Well, I'm here for it. So
So next week we got D23. Hopefully we get some really cool X-Men news. I feel like that's probably what we're gonna get. We'll see if that comes true. That'd be awesome and hype to talk about. But in the meantime, Jeremy, where's gonna find you at?
I can find me on Twitch under the handle Night Fury GTO. That's Night with a K, and you can find me here.
Richard?
If you want to contact me directly, I have an X, the platform formerly known as Twitter, and Instagram, a Blue Skies, and a Threads. My handle is Night Curry, night like day and night, and curry with a K. If you want to contact us directly, we have a Gmail. Our Gmail is comicallycomicspodcast@gmail.com. And if you want to check us out on YouTube, possibly TikTok, we'll see, and Instagram, you can check us out under the name Comically Comics Podcast. And if you want to check us out on X, the platform formerly known as Twitter, you can check us out under the name Comically Comics. I don't have this pulled up. Why don't I have this pulled up? With an X!
You can find me on Instagram, eBay, a short box of 22 underscore comics. You can also find me on YouTube at 22 comics. Thank you all so much for listening. Hope you enjoyed as much as you did making it. Well, all being said, say goodbye, Jeremy.
Bye, Jeremy.
Goodbye, Jeremy. Goodbye.